Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be the boss battle prep guide for the midweek boss coming up tomorrow. A little bit different. Haven't been streaming on Twitch. Not going to stream for the foreseeable future. So this one, it's very likely I'll miss something because people help a ton during streams with these boss battle prep videos. A lot of ideas get shared and things like that. So that'll probably be the biggest miss for me not streaming champs. But here we go. I'm going to do my best, and this is the lineup I'm going to run to start with. I realize a lot of these people don't have these. I have all 6-star silver, but let's start off looking at what the boss does well, or what gets boosted. 20 times finisher damage. Honestly, compared to how hard all the other options will hit, I think this is basically a trap. I'm only going to talk about one guy with a finisher, and that's because it's in the weakest class. Most of the other classes all have a ton of much better options. Multiply gems do 30 times more damage. That's any person that makes multiplies. And then blue gems do 30 times more damage. So blue multiplier will be the best. You'll take advantage of both. Also, no single target choosing Juggernaut gems. Areas still work, so blue buffer like Rick Steiner at Powerhouse is still good. Boss is going to do 5 million damage per turn. Going to grow by 757k each turn. There's going to be a shield, 80 red gems, nothing to do with the other colors. 80 is not too bad. That's a decent amount. Neutralize will not work on said shield. Freeze. Going to freeze 2-player moves. Unfreeze is going to be a must at the focus spot. Every lobby is going to need one of these unless you can beat it turn 1, which maybe you can. I don't know the boss's health. The last one was 1.66 billion, the last two. Kind of feel like this one is going to be higher, but who knows. And then the boss is going to throw a 20 botch gems every turn to mess up your stuff. Your gems, static gems on the board and stuff. I'm assuming turn 1 we'll see the freeze, the boss's first turn, and probably also the shield. That would be my guess. They may alternate. We may see the shield on the boss's first turn and not the freeze till the second turn. Botches we're going to see every turn. These may both go out on turn 1. They may alternate. I'm not sure. I just would plan on them both going out turn 1 and then be pleasantly surprised if they don't, right? So, I'm going to talk real quick about probably the best in each slot, really quick. So focused, I think Regal's going to be the best. I'll explain why. Aggressive, personally really like Braun potentially is the best. I'll give a runner-up, kind of a Hall of Fame taker there. Chaotic, I really like Funk, but Zombie Orton is probably better. So Terry Funk, Zombie Orton, and then I think D-Lo is also chaotic, right? D-Lo would be up there as well if you have him 6-star silver. And then defensive, probably LA Knight, maybe Zombie Dom actually. And then Hall of Fame Angle, if you have his gears, those should be the big players. So let's get into this. We'll start with focused. Regal, if you need the pyro plate for him, this is the setup I would run. Not exactly this, maybe 6 MP. Yeah, this is exactly the setup I would run, except change Taker to Santa Hogan. Put the pyros out. It's not going to recycle, but it's going to hit hard. So there's that. And I would go for just kind of a big hit on turn 1 in this slot, assuming you have a max breaker, or you can go quick and not worry about the breaker. So Roman, Mutant Roman will be good, but I'll just go down the list here. So Sheamus, I really like Sheamus because he's going to have some utility here. He makes multiplies and changes them red. So he'll get the 30 times boost on the multiply, and I think I was hitting for around 9 million-ish with the Z plate in this build, which will get potentially could grow a little bit depending on how your choosing works out and if you have to swipe, etc. And he also makes them red, so he will help with the shield as well. So that's a nice bonus for Seamus. Should hit really hard. If you figure 8 or 9 million in multiply damage, times 30 is, what is that? 270 million and can make some reds, so that's decent, right? So like him, just gonna kind of go through. Cody has multiply gems, so if you happen to be hitting for like, oh, like 20 million with your multiplies, 30 times that would be 600 million. Cody also recycles and is going to grow the damage. I may end up using Cody over Regal. To be honest, I haven't completely decided, because Regal I think will hit harder, but Cody will recycle. He does have to swipe though, so I guess he won't grow the damage, but still 600 million is pretty good if you're hitting for 20, and he should do at least that. I like Roman. How would I set him up? I don't think I have him set up right. The choose blue, he's only okay, but he's usually on this one. Multiply, not the purple, and would use... Oh, I didn't look at him ahead of time. Probably increase the blue MP. Yep, that's how I'd run him. And more choosing on the blue. A lot of people don't have Roman, so I'm not going to go into it a ton. With a Pyro Princess plate if you have it. Rick Steiner, as usual, Titan build. You can get Titan and the blue buffs with this one. Blast gems and then blue gems there. So you get the Titan, his buff, and the blast. So like Rick, again for blues, no surprise. He should do very well. I guess you could, if Hall of Fame Sheik, you know, because I'm assuming we're going to need 6 stars. If you need a 6-star, he has some big green multiplies, so they'll be 30 times. Just easy to run out of green gems, potentially. So there's that. Oh, Nakamura. Because it's 30 times multiply, you could just run him and blow up all the multiplies and do okay. With the area destroy. And the make the bottom 3 rows into multiplies. And then you probably won't need another move. Because the greens, as long as you pick up 1 multiply, you're going to recycle. So probably just the 2 greens and hit those over and over is what I would do. I don't see a reason to run any other move. So just the 2 greens. I like Nakamura a lot because he's going to get 30 times on every one of these multiply gems, which is 21 gems. So Naka should actually be really good if he's your focus guy. There's a ton of good options this boss, by the way, guys, like a ton. So I think being offensive-minded is good. Rocker should be great. With the blue and multiplies, he's going to take advantage of both buffs, of course, right? So you got Rocker. What else we got? Who else did I have? Rocker, Naka, Rick, Roman, Regal, Seamus, Cody, and then Kali will be okay shield breaker. So in this one, we really only have Seamus and Kali for the shield breakers on the red. He'll be okay because the sub chucks a bunch of reds. And I think you could also do, yeah, that. So he'll be okay on the shield if he's your max focus guy. Of course, again, if you're not winning turn 1, much more important to bring a max breaker for the unfreeze. A little more paywalled in this one, not a ton of great free options. If you don't have one of the people I've talked about, Perfect makes multiplies, but it's single target Juggernaut choose, so he's no good. Then just pick your guy that can spam some blues or reds to help with the shield that has your focus breaker leveled up. I think the only other one here that I had was these 2. Snoop's got the blue buff. So you can use Snoop if you got him, and then Zombie HBK can spam blues on the trap gems, but they're not multiplies, so not going to be amazing with him, but he's an option. And a lot of people have leveled him up for boss. So that kind of covers your focus. A ton of good options, but a lot of them more not so much free to play, other than Hall of Fame Sheik was given out. So, and that you would run, I guess, triple green probably for him, something like that. Okay, aggressive. I really like Braun. Titan plate him, and then use this setup, choke slam and reverse choke slam. The countdown gems, it's going to get multiplies on the board. So what I would do with this build is I'd run KO and Hogan and JBL, and I'd take my blue swipe, and then I would put my blast gems out, not my countdowns. Put my blast gems out, swipe, blow up the board, fill the Yokosuka cutter. Then I'd put my countdowns out, swipe, get them to go off, and then I would put the blast out and blow up all of the multiply gems with the buff. With the buff and the multiply gems with the boost 30 times to every one of these, Braun will probably hit ridiculously hard. Assuming you can make that happen turn one, I think there's a chance he may actually hit harder than anyone. Unless they change something on the back end, because a lot of stuff has changed on the back end this weekend, or this previous weekend, so who knows? I guess we'll find out during boss. So I really, really like Braun. You could use Ollie for a shield breaker or for multis. So this is the multi build, right? He's going to change all the multis purple and then 30 times, and you can use all heart plate to buff it 100% as well. So there's that. His Juggernaut's an area, so it's fine. You could also use increase your red gem damage countdowns along with the choose the 5x5 to help with the shield and have a little buff. So you could do that. Certainly possible for Ollie. So you can kind of do a couple different things. Assuming Zombie Bianca still works on Sammy, you could certainly use Sammy this way. He has times 19 red multiplies or so. So this moveset would work quite well. Sheamus Crown, etc. Clubber. This moveset for Clubber multiplies. Sub, choose to fill it up, and then turn all of it black and reload it. But these are all multiplies. This will be a solid moveset for Clubber. Better if you have the moment, obviously. But Clubber will be a really solid choice because it's 30 times on every one of those multiplies. Ray triple black will be fine with the multiplies. JBL, if you got JBL, he puts multiplies down with a braid onto his black gems will be good. There's so many solid offensive options all over the place. Hogan you can use for a shield. I think Lashley, Striker Lashley has multiply gems, so you can use Lashley. Of course, Butch for the red shield will be great. Triple red. Taker, typical normal blast build for Taker will be great. A lot of people have him silver, so you're normal. You got your blue blast gem buff with the Titan plate and then the leaping clothesline. So Taker will be really, really strong. Tatanka, multiply gems and shields, similar to the Sheamus effect right here. 24 multiplies into red. He's gonna get take advantage of both of those. So Z plate. And all that jazz, right? So Tatanka's a good play. And he can help with the shield. Just a ton of good options. Zombie Lashley, as always, the triple yellow build. Place it on the blues. One yellow in the blues. He's going to have blue multiply to the tune of times 14. So if he's your dude that you have 6-star silver, or you're doing lower content, he will be fine that way. Where else are we at? Let me take a look at my sheet here. I got Ray, Ollie, Clubber, Taker, JBL, Sammy, Braun. Cena, since a ton of people have taken him up, he does have multiplies. You can run this build and get 14 multiplies into black 30 times. Not amazing, but does recycle. Use a tiara, and you can grow the damage. So Ghostbuster Cena can do some work if you have him leveled up. Drew, great with the shield for the pyros, so you can use Drew. Hall of Fame Andre, drip plate, reds, boosting the reds with the multiplies on the reds, probably hit okay, I would think. We got Butch, Drew, Shelton is going to be very underrated. He does multiplies and blues. Like always, Shelton seems to be underrated. He should be very good for this boss. Something simple like this. Low charge. You can also choose your multiply gems if you want. They're higher strength, but you do have to choose them. I think I prefer the randoms, even though they're lower strength, but that's just me. I don't use them, so that's only on paper, right? Someone else might have more experience with him. And then the other one was Acro Steamboat. He makes a bunch of multiplies, as I recall, and can blow up the board. I don't have him leveled up, so you could use him. So to recap, shield guys, Tatanka, Drew, Butch. Ali can do shield or multis. And then I really like Braun. Sammy has a lot of potential. Shelton has good potential. Clubber, etc., right? Okay. As you're seeing, way more damage options than normal guys, so you should be able to set a decent lineup in this one. Actually, pretty happy about this boss as far as the requirements or the buffs go. Everyone should have an option they like. Actually, I think Cody I'm gonna use just for consistency. Let me go Cody. All right, Chaotic. Hall of Fame Macho will be solid. I'm actually, for once, gonna talk about KO because he can help with the shield. So this is one I'm okay bringing KO with. Macho I like this way. Of course, you just drop these on the finisher. Pyro Plate, Princess Pyro Plate, and it gets bigger. So yeah, Powerhouse KO you can use. The red gems will help break the shield. He'll buff his stuff if you're not winning turn one. If for some reason you have Wesley 6-star, he'd be great for this boss. Terry Funk should be absolutely phenomenal. For this boss with a Pyro Princess Plate, he can recycle and grow the damage over and over and over. Should be super fantastic. One of the better options to use if you have him 6-star silver, or if it's not needed, right? Let's see. Logan can do the random multiply thing, so he's okay if you took him silver. Taker can do multiplies, so he's fine on the multiplies. Motu Austin, triple blue, very similar to like a D-Lo case. He will hit really hard on this boss. A lot of people don't have him, so I didn't talk about him, but he'll hit super hard and recycle easily. Oh, what else we got? Who else? Let me look again. HBK is gonna run out of blues eventually, but you could use HBK, and you could run him with the purple. He doesn't naturally fill it though, so he's eventually gonna run out of blues, and you don't automatically fill your stuff. You could use a blue to green plate. And that would help. Yeah, that would help. But you wouldn't get your purples. So I think he's going to run out eventually, so not crazy about him, but it's an option. Mutant Mankind, blue buff, as always on blues, he's a really solid option. Riddle's got multiplies, you could run Riddle. Yeah, Mutant Foley with the blue. Gem buff, like so. Gonna grow it all the time. He's really solid on blues. A lot of people have access to him from the Showdown store, and he's been good on a lot of bosses. You could use Motu, Triple H. You could use Nakamura. They're not as good as some of the other options, though. You can use Otis to break reds, by the way. Otis, Titan Plate, grow the damage, break reds. He turns blast into red. Oh, Zombie Seth I didn't talk about. Great for the shield. Just his sub over and over, and game crashed. So you can use Zombie Seth with the sub over and over. You can use the buff and grow the damage. So he's actually doing some damage and breaking the shield. So Zombie Seth is a great shield breaker. For some reason, if you took Gooker up, he can. He's got a blue buff, and he can make his countdowns blue. So you could Z-plate that and use Gooker. Get off my screen. Thank you. So you could use Gooker. Delo, for sure, if you have him 6-star silver, should hit ridiculously hard. Triple blue. Pyro Princess Plate, and will continue to grow the damage. So if anyone took him 6-star silver, this is the boss for you with Delo. What else we got? Razor can do multiplies, and if you got gear, might be okay. Theory can make just blue gems. If you took him up for another boss, you can just do the silence blue sub thing. Silence in blue. Does he have a way to get back? And then this one. Yeah, right here. Not the sub thing. You could do that for blues. With Theory, Uso Cap Plate, you could also grow the damage. No, it's green. Disregard that. Uso Cap Plate will do nothing. Nothing, Mherex. So, where are we at? Taker, Theory, Razor, Delos, Seth for the shield, Otis for... Zombie Orton. You could use Knoxville if you had him. He's some blue spam, I think. Not going to be great. Zombie Orton will be one of the best damaging characters in the game. So Zombie Orton and Funk are going to be ridiculous at Chaotic. Regal and Cody probably super, super good. Regal probably better. Shamo can break the shield. Braun, Hall of Fame Taker. And then we have Defensive. Defensive is the weakest. That's the one we have left. And that's the weakest one. But again, this is probably, I think, the most options that I've said have like decent. So I'm gonna run JBL probably for the shield, like this, with the trap move. I don't think I'm gonna try and grow the damage with the blast because he makes the blast yellow. So I think I'll just have the trap move, the sub, and the choose. Just the sub because it'll put X breaks out and he'll blow up the board. So he's just gonna be shield breaker for me. Because he's my 6-star silver defensive. It's the only one I have right now, unless I decide to take LA Knight up. LA Knight will be awesome because he's got the blue buff again, and buffs have been great on boss, so unless something changed on the back end, fully expect that to continue with the 253% boost. So LA Knight is probably him and Angle best in slot here, I would think. Sammy is the only one I'm going to talk about finisher. That's because of the moment, but even with that, it only does so much. Just because defensive doesn't have a lot, I honestly think the finisher one is a total trap. To be honest, so Sammy, if he's your healer and you're not winning turn 1 and you took him 6-star silver, Zombie Dom greens, and he's got a bunch of multis on the board. And he's got a buff with it. So triple yellow Zombie Dom, if you took him 6-star silver, game on. You are going to have 18 multiply gems on the board that are going to be 30 times. So when he hits those green 30 times with the boost, the Zombie Dom's going to hit ridiculously hard. So Zombie Dom is a great, great pick if you have him silver at this one. Hall of Fame Angle I talked about. I don't have mine leveled up. But he will be really, really big damage. Bischoff with gears and a drip plate will give you the multiplies and big, big damage. What else did I have here? Oh, Dom for the shield. And right here. And he buffs his blue gem damage. He does red stealth with the shield and buffs blue gem damage. So Dom's actually a really solid pick. And then I had Walter for the shield. With his traps and spamming red, or the finisher and just spamming red over and over. So for some reason you have those guys at 6-star silver. That's what I had. Plenty of free-to-play options on defensive, so I don't think I need to go deeper. Don't think I missed anyone there. I might have. So anyway, this boss I see as being the most options we've had, because you can do multiply guys that are going to hit hard. Blue multiply hit the hardest. Red multiply will hit hard and help with the shield. Again, I would say unless you can blast at turn 1, which this one might be possible more than most, because there's so many good damage options, make sure you bring a maxed boss breaker at focused for unfreeze. That would be hell freezes over. You'll want that in every lobby if you can't win turn 1. Other than that, just bring some shield guys. Shouldn't be too hard to counteract this boss based on all of the options, right? I would expect the shield for sure turn 1, and probably the freeze. If it's just the shield and you have a whole nother turn, the boss should be relatively easy, knock on wood. So yeah, a lot of really great options, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, I usually talk about this hours on stream, so hopefully I didn't miss anything. The really big ones, Regal but no recycle, Brawn, if assuming you can get all that off turn 1. All of those multiply gems, man, with the boost have the potential to be insane. Funk and Zombie Orton should be consistently the best. Like consistently, right? Those would be go-to carries. Probably can solo carry. And then LA Knight, Hall of Fame Angle, and potentially Zombie Dom. Also, don't sleep on Hacker Dom with that buff on the blues and stuff. He'll be useful. And he will also help with the shield. A lot of combo guys. KO can help with the shield, so I actually don't hate him for once. D-Lo, I didn't mention him. 6-star silver D-Lo should be a carry guy. Just really good. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this prep video helpful. Please let me know what you would have liked to seen, if I should have done something different. If you absolutely think I missed a killer, although I think there are so many options, you know, this one, everybody should be able to find something solid. So remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. And also, your comments and stuff, let me know when videos are working and if I should keep doing them or not do those kind of videos, because time is my most precious commodity. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and good luck this boss. Brawn to the moon! I can't wait to see how hard he hits, to be honest. Maybe I'll record some of that.